I believe that anger should be used to motivate us to want and to do better. Like, emotions make us human, and depends on what we do with those emotions is our choice. If somebody were to like anger me and I lash out, that's my choice. If I were to sit down and blame that person and saying, you made me this way, no, I had the choice and I made the initiative to lash out. I should never blame another person for my actions. And that's the hardest pill I had to swallow. And it took me a really long time to get that. Like, no matter what you do, people are always gonna have something to say. And that's okay, that's just life. That's just how things are. Should it be that way? No, but it is that way. So I have to accept it. That's reality. And within that, I am in control of what I do and what I say. And if I feel anger, sadness, any deep emotion, I always sit back and I'm like, what is this teaching me? I always feel like you can't lose ever. You always learn. I don't think you can lose. Like, you just learn from something. And depending on that lesson, if you decided to take that in and do better the next time, that's your decision. You know, perspective is everything. Like, but I wanted to mainly focus on, like, if I'm angry about something, I have that right to be angry, right? And within that anger, I'm angry because 9 times out of 10, it's because I know I deserve better. I know I deserve a better treatment. I was watching this podcast and dang, I don't remember the name. If I have the time, I might put the link or like a picture here of it. But it was this lady. I follow her because a lot of the stuff she says, I'm like, this is beautiful. Like, I resonate with it. And it's cool because she's also Haitian. So I love that. But anywho, basically, she was saying, whenever you heal, the more you heal, the more angry you get. And I always wondered, like, why? And she was saying the more angry you get is because you know you deserve more. So you get upset whenever you get treatment that you know you don't deserve. You know you deserve better treatment, so that's why you get upset. When you heal and when you do better, your tolerance of things, what you expect and what you deserve, it gets higher. Your standards get higher. So whenever something goes below that standard, you get pissed off. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense. So if anger is just me saying I deserve better, then if I deserve better, I should also do better at the same time. Let me give like an example. Fall semester, I joined an organization. It's not a sorority or anything like that. It was just like something stupid, but I still enjoyed the act of it because it was an activity. But within the activity, I didn't know there was a process. When people mention that there's a process to something, usually it just pertains to like hazing. That's basically what it is. And I was hazed. But even though I was getting this treatment, I still didn't have the self-respect to leave. And that's okay. I've grown from that. If I see something is heading towards that way, hopefully now I can learn that lesson, be like, you remember when this happened? Don't let it happen again, and I can leave. So, but during the time, I was just really, really angry at how they treated me, you know? Because I knew I deserved more. So spring semester, I left. Like, they were asking if you want to be active, pay your dues. And out of all the new members, like, I was part of the new members, I was the only one that said no. And I didn't pay. I didn't pay my dues, and I decided I'm just going to be inactive. Because I knew I don't deserve this. Like, there's other things to stress about. And that's okay. And within that, I realized the anger that I felt is because I knew I deserved better. And I did better by not allowing these people to torment me ever again. Like, and I motivated that And that motivated me to want better as well. I could turn around from this experience and I'm like, I can't imagine what they're going through in their heads to treat another human being like this. Yes, I'm aware that they had this treatment done to them, right? But I had the same treatment done to me, but I'm deciding and I'm making the initiative to not inflict pain like that on another person. You know, like the choice is yours, and that choice was mine. Like, that was my choice. Like, I'm not gonna continue this cycle of trauma. I'm not going to be part of passing down the trauma to another person. Like, whenever I would hear people getting hazed, I'm always like, why don't they just leave? It's so much psychological that goes within that, and I'm glad for me to be put in that experience so I can actually have another perspective, because it's so easy to be like, that ain't gonna happen to me, until it happens to you. What makes you so special that it's not gonna happen to you? Those same people probably thought the same thing. I'm glad I got to experience that, because it opened my eyes to, it's like, you ain't special like that. I mean, I'm special, but it's like, when it comes to like tragic events, don't think it won't happen to you. Don't think you will be excluded from that, you know, because you never know. But don't judge other people for going through that, you know? And that was my wake-up call. That was basically the universe, like, what did you do? You know, like, what did we learn? Like, that was basically what I got from that. So, yeah, within that anger, I wanted better and I wanted to do better. And I decided I want better, so I'm going to do better. I left the organization because I was aware I would probably have to inflict that same pain onto somebody else. And I'm like, no. So I left, and I didn't want to feel crappy because I knew I deserved better, you know? And I also think anger could be hardened sadness that's not tend to as well. Because I realized within my life, and now currently sometimes, my sadness quickly turns into anger. Like, I'm still trying to figure out why, and I'm still trying to like heal from that. But I also think anger could also be like that. And I also mentioned this on I said this on TikTok too. And a person said that anger is also just you wanting justice. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I didn't mention that in the video, so that's why he commented. But I do agree with what they said. I don't know their pronouns. But yeah, like, I truly feel like that. And I can make a whole other video about like sadness and like happiness and stuff like that. But I truly feel like we should be grateful experiencing deep emotions, whether that be negative or positive. Like, anger, sadness, and resentment, I guess, are just as important as happiness, contentment, and fulfillment. I feel like both are just so much important, because I truly feel like you can't really enjoy a rainbow without the rain before. I mean, you can, but it feels so much better to have a good day after you just had a bad day. It feels so much better, you know? Like, that's just how I feel, you know? This is my opinion. Everybody can have a different opinion. And I don't want to make this video too long, so thanks for having time with Tati.